Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí as I'm getting ready for the Star Radio UK. Happy New Week once again as we continue our campaign, our quest, our right to self-determination that is not a crime. Don't let anybody bully you pé nǹkan ṣe ó lòdì sófin sí nǹkan kan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. The Nigerian military can do whatever they want to do. The Yorubas and the Biafra have decided that they will leave Nigeria peacefully. And if it's not going to be peaceful, so be it. But Britain in Bo, onoríṣiríṣi pàtó ṣe with all their atrocities. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó bá wọn jà. Tó bá jẹ́ pé violent la máa fi lọ, so be it. Tó bá jẹ́ pé peace ni, kò sí nǹkan tó bàjẹ́. Tó bá náà ní lọ ní by peace, a lọ ní violent. Ọ̀nà méjì náà ni. Ọ̀nà méjì ló fi ń gba nǹkan lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó bá fẹ́ jẹ́ kíyàn lọ. I'm gonna join studio nísìnyí in just about a few minutes. My name is Olami Koiki. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire níbikíbi tí Elédùmarè bá ti ní kẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Bí ṣe máa ń sọ, kò sí ẹni tó ní violent to monopoly. Tàbá ń dákẹ́ pé à ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó mọ̀ pé a lè ṣe violent, a kàn ń dọ́gbọ́n ni. Wọ́n ní wèrè, kò sẹ́ni tó ní wèrè nínú gbogbo wa. Violent ò ń ṣe èèyàn kan ló ní violent, gbogbo èèyàn ló ní violent. So ẹ má yẹ kọ́ máa dẹ́rù bà yín pé gbogbo tá à ń ṣe ìjọba máa mú wa, wọ́n máa tì wá mọ́lé. Kò tí ì dojú ẹ̀ ni. Tó bá dojú kókó, fòrọ́ máa là. Pé sójà lágbára láti pa gbogbo èèyàn. Àwa gan máa ṣe ń tá bá máa ṣe fún wọn. Kò tí ì dojú ẹ̀ ni. Ṣáwa la máa kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ ìlú tó máa náà fi lọ. Àwa kọ́. So pé sójà máa pààyàn, ó máa ṣe kéde kan. Wọ́n bá pààyàn àwa náà máa ṣe in tó yẹ ká ṣe fún wọn. So kò tí ì dojú ẹ̀ ni. But èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ kó máa dojú ẹ̀. Ó ń súnmọ́ bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. Ẹni máa kú pàdé ẹni máa pa, òun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní ẹni jẹ́ ká lọ ní rọ̀rùn. A jẹ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ violent nìyẹn. So
probably pretty a bit later on. But let's proceed with that. In Nigeria.
So kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ṣé yẹ kí n darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn tèmi ní studio? Mo kí gbogbo yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ẹ káàárọ̀ níbikíbi tí Elédùmarè bá ti ní kẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Péyàn kan ló ní violent. Àwa náà ní violent. Violent ò ń ṣe èèyàn kan lónìí. So gbogbo èyí tí wọ́n sọ pé sójà máa pààyàn, ó máa ṣe kéde kan. Kò tí ì dojú ẹ̀ ni. Tó bá dojú ẹ̀ ni sí gbogbo ẹ̀ ó máa dèṣù gidi. Mo sọ fún yín pé ogun ló ń bọ̀. Ẹ rò pé mò ń ṣeré ni. Ẹ lọ máa gbáradì ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé. Wọ́n máa sọ pé ṣé mi ti rógun rí. Gbogbo ìtàn rí ní Ukraine àti Iran àti Russia kò ń ṣogun. Ṣé fíìmù ló ń ṣe níbẹ̀? Ṣé fíìmù ló ń ṣe ní Ukraine àti Iran àti Russia? Wọ́n á jẹ́ kó máa sọ fún yín pé ṣá ti rógun rí. Ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀.
If you were those who have one of the one group, now think I'll be asking a lot of the same question. Someone doesn't for 2 million naira, what is that? Olami, good morning.
Very good morning to you back in the studio, Mr. Frank. Good morning, Archie, and good morning to all our presenters. And welcome once again to the Monday edition of the Star Radio UK, the 7th of November. That's quite a lot to get to discuss when it comes to the headlines and all the updates coming out of Nigeria today.
Nigeria, I think Nigeria is taking the whole world by storm. The news that are coming from there daily, I don't know whether it's because Nigerians are now very active social media reporting, and therefore a lot of news is happening. But even the airline, I don't know whether it's because a lot is happening. How was the week?
Well, the weekend was very beautiful. Apart from some of the those that probably do not love what took place over the weekend. We had, a great weekend. It was also, my daughter's birthday over the weekend, so it was quite a lot of celebration, as you can tell. Where we had, the family time, the bowling, as you can tell. But one thing after that is, on Saturday, it was marvelous because we had, what it takes, when, the Biafra and the Oduduwa had a joint press, released by our leader. Also over the weekend, as at yesterday, Tinubu was running away from debate where Peter Obi went flare on Dino Malaye, former senator. Atiku was nowhere to be found, so he was also represented by his own vice. So as you can tell, there is a lot going on in Nigeria, and I think the social media, especially Twitter, by Elon Musk, that wants to charge $8 for having a blue tick, and he says that if you can drink a tea or coffee for $8. $8 a month should not be enough for those of us that want that blue tick. I don't have it. I don't know whether you have it, but I'll probably not go for it because I believe we've done so much already than to pay $8 for Elon Musk.
Actually, Olame, you see the interesting bit about that blue tick and the dollars you paid. $8 a month. That's you look at $76 a whole year, which is a lot in Nigeria and in Ghana. But it is not even the money that is being paid. What I'm looking at is what is the relevance. But at the end of the day, the blue tick had relevance. It was not meant to be bought. It's not like the way we say an award has been given to you.
Yeah.
You cannot go and buy a knighthood. The knighthood is giving a recognition of the job you've done to humanity and the community. Again, if you look at the degree, when you move past that, will say, okay, at the GSS or at the basic level, you are awarded a certificate. When you move to the master's level, they say you are awarded honors. You are awarded from the university level, which means the university can even withdraw it from you. So this group tab, if you basically earn it by what you do, being verified, being someone that are not malign people and then run away. Be someone that when you commit it, basically you have a responsibility and you do have a reputation to protect, right? If anyone can go and buy that blue tag, what is the relevance?
Well, you're quite right. Just as before working with children in this country, as against Africa, I don't know whether you have, a kind of a protection like that. But we've seen, very sad news most of the time. Father, uncle sleeping, with the, especially even within the family as well. But for you to get closer to children, I mean, I worked in the school here, for some time, and you have to go through that CRB check, just to make sure that, you're competent, enough, to even work, within, the environment of children and the elderly. But like you said, I think, the Twitter that we know is no longer the one that we know now, because as much as we don't have the say to what the owner does, but if nobody can be verifiable, it can also be a kind of a thing for crime. I've seen people using, some of the the software that we use for broadcasting, using that as a kind of a crime now. You change the background, making it look like you're a big man somewhere in Banana Island in Ikoyi, and you're actually somewhere in your small village, speaking to somebody in America and UK and pretending that you are not who you are. So those things that are not verifiable is one of the problems. But as long as the Star Radio UK is verifiable, you can get all the news, from African Caribbean, especially from us here, where we give you to you as a Monday to Friday, and we hope you all had a great weekend. We have a lot of people that have joined us from our sister broadcast as well, and I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you join. This is Star Radio UK.
Morning to Mr. Moses Olanira, good morning to you. Say, don't forget that they were already living in the world of counterfeit and upside down. Who book, Elon Musk will be charged for tweeting thing that is not human. Well, that's what I said. They've even changed something on the broadcast. So now, we used to broadcast. Now, when you broadcasting, they give you certain limits, and then you cannot broadcast continuously. I don't know whether they're going to ask broadcasters. So this morning, for instance, our broadcast for those of you following up on Twitter feed, the broadcast at 24/7, but now is the limit that we're trying to understand what we need to do to get back over there. What we say, the broadcast for about 2 3 minutes and the half of how to be doing part of it. We thought it's not too technical. Take it down for some time. Say what I want to do, whether it works, whether we feel are qualified as to be on Twitter broadcast. Well, I mean, let's be straight.
Yes, let's start with what happened over the weekend. It was a joint, press briefing, between, the Biafra and the Oduduwa or the Yoruba Nation, where it was, a live transmission. We're gonna give you, what was said in that, press briefing. First and foremost, I say good morning once again. There was a resolution that took place on the 5th of November between the Yoruba nation and the Biafra nation. Our purpose and aim at achieving two separate nations, one for Yoruba people and the other for the Biafra. Moreover, as the record abundantly and clearly showed that the past of the two struggle has been different. Inevitable, the true struggles will continue to operate along different but parallel lines. Yet, with humility before God, we recognize and acknowledge that the two struggles have the same purpose, which is liberation of our two people and their separate nations from the enslavement in Nigeria. To liberate them from Nigeria poverty, generating direction from the endless suffering, marginalization, oppression, we will henceforth, we, the two nations seeking for the self-determination, will henceforth work together as two brotherly nations seeking freedom, progress, and prosperity. This is what happened. Let's hear from Professor Banjakitoye for just about 31 minutes.
Those are aimed at achieving two separate nation states, one for the Yoruba people and the other for Biafra. Moreover, as the records abundantly and clearly show, the paths of our two struggles have been different. Inevitably, our two struggles will continue to operate along different but parallel lines. Yet, with humility before God, we recognize and acknowledge that our two struggles have the same purpose, which is the liberation of our two peoples and their separate nations from enslavement in Nigeria, to liberate them from Nigeria's poverty-generating directions, and to liberate them from endless suffering, oppression, and marginalization. We will henceforth, we the two nations, seeking self-determination, will henceforth work together as two brotherly nations, seeking freedom, progress, and prosperity. We are confident that by doing this, we shall make each of our struggles stronger, and we shall facilitate faster attainment of our goals. That is the major statement of today.
Well, that is the major statement, but just the next 30 seconds, both leaders also says the Yoruba and the Biafra leaders jointly affirmed the immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's hear what they have to say.
But there are two issues that we must now touch upon before we end this statement. The first is that we, the leaders of the Biafran and Yoruba self-determination struggles, hereby jointly and firmly demand the release of our brother Nnamdi Kanu from Nigeria's custody. Nigeria's courts have ordered the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the unlawful captivity and detention by the Nigerian authorities. The courts have also ordered that they should return him to the place where they picked him up from. The court also ordered that he should be paid 500 million naira for his ordeals, for his unlawful ordeals. We therefore demand that Nigeria should now obey its own courts in this matter. The second.
Well, that is, and the second one is just, the damage as well to Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. All these took place, just about 6:45 p.m. local time, from Benin Republic, where, Professor Banji Akintoye was speaking, and likewise Simon Ekpa, from his own base in Finland. We will probably get the voice of, Chief Sunday Igboho probably towards the end of the, headline. But for now, let's go straight to some of the other headlines as we have it this morning. Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station, as we're giving all the news headline coming out of Nigeria this morning. It seems that there is more trouble, as half salary, ASU, ESCO meet, lecturers move, sit at home. Let's remember that, February was when, ASU went on strike, up to just about some few weeks ago when they came back. Literally almost 8 months that students were told, but it seems half salary is not going to be something they're going to take. The National Executive Council of the Academic Staff Union of University is set to meet today in Abuja. The meeting will be held at the union headquarters at the University of Abuja. The leaders of the union say the lecturers will decide whether or not a very good news, resume strike following the payment of half salary by the government. The purpose of the emergency meeting is to discuss the payment of half salary to the lecturers. Again, let's take you back to some of the other headlines as we have it this morning. Federal government punishes manufacturers' orders out of existence, according to MAN, NECA, and NISIMA. Transmission upload of result. Political party CSO tackle INEC over public view of the polling result. Also, Anglican Church to federal government act on appeal court judgment, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is coming from the Anglican Church this morning as well. The 7th of November 2022 on Star Radio UK as we continue the headline. The Church of Nigeria, yeah.
Finish that Church of Nigeria, then we go back. Yeah, finish that.
Okay, the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion Province of the Anambra State yesterday told the federal government of Nigeria to act on the appeal court judgment and release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to bring peace to the southeast. The church also urged the APC Congress-led federal government of Nigeria to allow equity, fairness, and justice to reign in its administration in the country. The Church of Nigerian Province of Niger, a donation is contained in the address that was presented by the Archbishop of Akwa Diocese, the Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, at the 8th edition of his yearly Anglican prayer rally in Anambra. That is some of the headline, and I'm going to come back again to you in the studio, Mr.
Thank you. We're going to stay with the Anglican and the statement for those of us who what has happened here. I mean, the statement you read first, being a joint communique issued by the Biafra, and there's a very significant because for the first time, these are not people that are saying, let's team up together on the sacred state of Africa. But they are saying your vision, your aspiration, and our aspirations are aligned. Your struggles are our struggles. If you succeed together. And therefore, let's join hands. Now, I'm going to, for those who do not know, or those of us who do not know much about Nigeria, on the screen is the map of Nigeria. So we talk about Biafra. If we talk out to some of the states that forms the Biafra, can you see the map?
Yeah, I can see it, and I guess I've got one behind me as well. But yes, we can see it right there, for the...
talk about the Biafra, which states are we looking at? And when we talk about the rural area, which states are we looking at?
Well, if you come down towards Ogun State or your state, let's take it from Kwara State, where the boundary is actually, so you can see the Kwara State, we can see the Kogi, coming back into, a bit of Edo and Delta. But the reason why the Yorubas, even though we know that there are so many Yorubas in Edo and Delta, but based on the fraudulent way that Nigerian has been carved out, Edo and Delta have literally been carved out from the southwest. they would have to be part of the Yoruba at some point because there's so many of them that are Yorubas. So if you go into Ondo State, Ekiti State, Osun State, Ogun State, Oyo State, Lagos State, these are the southwest known as the Yoruba land that was there before the 1914 amalgamation. Let's move out of that and go into, Rivers State, Akwa Ibom, Imo, Anambra, Ebonyi, Cross River, and Enugu State. These are also part of the southeast known as the Biafra land as well. If you then go a little bit up there, you will be seeing, Benue State. We look at Benue as the middle belt part of Nigeria as well. There's then you go up to the northern part. Yes, they have the landmass, but they never had the population until 1959 when the British government actually gave more numbers to the northern part of the country, and that actually makes it today that the north has the numbers. So the problem that we are facing now is as Nigeria is in that map that you look like. Let's think about it that you have 371 different ethnic groups joined together in 1914 by the British government, during those, colony. And the question a lot of those that are asking now is, who truly is a Nigerian among all these? Because, everybody has their own different, ethnics and different languages that they were speaking. And the argument from, somebody like, Chief Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, one of the leader of the Yoruba self-determination as well, is let us remove the English spoken in Nigeria today and let's see whether there will still be a country within 2 hours, because everybody will be speaking different languages that nobody will understand. We've seen such like this before. Let's take you back to Soviet Union in 1991. There was almost 15 republics that came out of it. So the argument is, should we keep Nigeria? All that will be something that will be decided, by different people that still believe in one Nigeria, as there's going to be an election for those that believe in election. But the Biafra and the Yoruba are saying that an election in our territory will not be guaranteed. And the only option now is a velvet divorce so that everybody goes their separate ways. Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Yeah, Olave, thank you for that. That's very interesting. I mean, the reason I wanted us to look at that because the statement that was released, though not specifically stating that we now want to work together and form one state, if you look at the maps, should these two groups decide to join, you could look at a bigger chunk of Nigeria from all the way Kwara, if you take the Benue State, all the way to the river, becoming one nation. In itself. That's a huge chunk of announcement. And if all these people are agitating and the government seems not to be doing anything about it, then I wonder how the Araba from the Niger, the Nasarawa, the federal capital, how they're going to actually cope if these people start to agitate violently, demanding more. It's like the two of them, because this statement I see at the beginning of something new. It is moving to a different dimension. This preaching is moving to a different dimension. For them to agree to work together alone is very significant. Let's proceed with further news.
Thank you so much, Mr. Frank. And right there again is the map, behind us for those that would like to, study that as well. Once again, it is still the finest 27 minutes past, quite a lot, when there was a debate yesterday that was put together by one of the media in Nigeria, but it seems, the two most important presidential aspirants were nowhere to be found. Bola Tinubu was in a party which is just about 8 minutes drive from where the debate was going on, and the excuse given by his campaign is that he was too busy. Atiku is not in the country, so Okowa literally had to represent him. But there was some kind of tension in that particular debate yesterday, as Peter Obi reacted against Dino Malaye, and that has been picked up by all the media this morning in Nigeria as usual. Once again, it is still the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. So the headline says, and I quote, "Why always calling me? Question mark. Obi lashes out at Malaye." First and foremost, I saw Shamoyele Showore actually also, play one with, remember that one of the activists died last week that we talked about. So I guess they were having some kind of memorial for him. Malaye came out in his own little way, said what he wanted to say, and he was going to give 500,000 naira cash. When Showore came onto the podium, he says, well, the effect of the CBN is actually using, all the politicians carrying cash right now, to disburse cash that they have in their hands, knowing fully well that the CBN is trying to change, the currency. So that is, was something that was discussed over the weekend. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, got angry yesterday and lashed out at the spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party Campaign Council, Dina Omalaye. This happened at the Presidential Town Hall Series in Abuja yesterday that was organized by the Center for Democracy and Development. The trouble began after Malaye reportedly called an attendee of the meeting Obi people, saying Obi na wow. On hearing the words of the former lawmaker Peter Obi snapped, "Stop that, Dino. Why are you always calling me? I won't take that. This man is from ANPP. Why are you calling him OB?" And that is something. Bayelsa flood impacted 1.3 person. 96 people have died. And it seems, President Muhammadu Buhari is still in London, careless about what is going on in that situation. Town planners seek federal government over population control. More reason why people are saying we can no longer wait for the center. The center cannot take care of the children. Let us have a proper deliberation in moving the country forward. I'm going to come back to you, but let's just join the social media, and then we can make it all together when I come back at exactly almost 11:33. Not a very good one. 3 people have died in Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, a lonely accident. Please drive with caution and don't drink and drive. Which is what a lot of people do in Nigeria, because after taking a couple of Guinness, they can still say we can undo the steering. It doesn't work like that. Let's go and look at Simon Ekpa this morning. There's Fulanis who were bankrolling this criminal, and now after him, just look at the movement of his lips. He knows the implication of losing. Fulani will deal with him very soon. Also, 118 days before the Biafra countdown. Also, as the Yoruba are getting ready now, anytime soon, the announcement of the Super Rally will be coming out as well. But as we know, Hausa is trending. I'm not sure why, but this morning Hausa is trending. But let's take a look at the overview of what is trending in Nigeria, as we have it. David Odoye, if you people like, you shall vote for who help Nigeria. If you don't like, you can vote for Pa Ajasco and company. Do you know Pa Ajasco? I'm not sure whether you remember them. There used to be this very Papa Jasco. So he's actually referring to Nigerians that if you like, you can vote for Papa Jasco and company. Whatever decision you make, you will experience the result in full, like you experienced the result of 2015. Na Unasabi. That is coming from, also a very popular, skit. And, he was also arrested during the SARS. He was actually almost stripped naked. Nigeria is our fear. This coming from Mr. Macaroni. The affair of the nation is our business. Who among the presidential candidates will you give your business to manage? Question mark. Who among them shows true qualities of leader and is ready to be held accountable to the people? Vote wisely. Let's take 2 more, and then we're going to end this, come to you straight in the studio. Again, Neferati, a very strong supporter of Peter Obi. I am not a politician. I don't care about your money bag. I want a working Nigeria. If I need money, I'll be campaigning for Atiku or Tinubu. So it seems those are where the money bags are. None of their influencer can do what I do for Peter Obi, but I am not angry. Your loot don't move me. My tweet should tell you that already. Wow, very, very hard one there. So we're going to take, from what it say, from the other side as well, the self-determination groups across, the social media this morning. And let's go straight, to one of them, which is Ilano UK, this morning. And they have there on the code, Human Capital Development Initiative Portal for the benefit of Awon Odudua, #Yoruba, the Yoruba youth, #Yoruba youth unemployed. This is the opportunity you have been waiting for. Click on the link below, which is iretiodoyoruba.org, which is a site that was launched, by Chief Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, one of the leaders of the Yoruba self-determination, for the Yorubas to start uploading their CV in getting ready from when a declaration of a Yoruba nation would take place before the end of this year. Star Radio UK, it is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and I'll return back again to you now in the studio, Mr. Frank. I think I lost the audio from your end there. Yes, I am, yes.
But Olamide is very interesting because I see a problem ahead of us. And it's very, very difficult. Within the next 100 days, if I were past our province, I would have urged people to pray. But this is from beyond 3 years now. All do this. I mean, someone says, Frank, that cannot be said 3 years council. Because, look, if we're going to have a declaration, if you cast your map back, I mean, that map that we saw, just to one side of it, you see what we call the Cameroon divided. And we know what is happening in Cameroon, southern Cameroon, where we have the Amazonians. We know what happened, the struggle of Amazonians all the way to 1998, 1996, when the university students voted and said that look, we declaring ourselves. But so a declaration was made. The Amazonians proclaimed themselves as a self-governing state. So when now you call and you say Cameroon, they say no, it's not Cameroon, it's the Cameroons, the French Cameroon and the English Cameroon, and they're pointing the from Amazonians. There's no argument that it's not been recognized yet internationally, but we do know their leaders still have questions of the Cameroon. Now, I anticipate that this is not what we're going to be confronted with when Biafra finally. I mean, the statement of that is, are we going to see Biafra declaring at the same time that the US? That's what we like to see.
Well, if you look back at that statement that was released, on Saturday, that says that inevitable the two struggles will continue to operate along different but parallel lines. So
Okay.
The Yoruba might declare before the Biafra, but there will be a joint as it started on Saturday, between the Biafra and the Yoruba, where they will have these cordial relationship in moving forward, and some of the details will not be revealed, but we do know that the Biafra are saying that they will come out of Nigeria by next year, but the Yoruba are saying that will definitely happen for them this year.
Wow. Let me take this before we come to the station. Let me take this straight from Adishina Adeyo. So Nigeria is not a business enterprise; it is a country that manages conglomerates of companies enterprise. The analogy of macaroni does not hold on Nigeria. Olamide, you want to get what to say? Say Nigeria is not a business enterprise. It is a country that manage conglomerates of companies and enterprise. The analogy of macaroni does not go on here. Who is macaroni?
Well, I think it's just an analogy to what Bishop Adesina is a regular on the Star Radio UK. So when you look at Nigeria, Nigeria is not a business enterprise. So that literally means that and for those, I was actually watching what the one of the legal expert for the Nnamdi Kanu, Mike Ozakome was saying that those saying that Nigeria is indivisible, they are saying what they are not sure of, because Nigeria is actually dividable, and it was actually put together, and even without the clause, if anybody wants to go out of Nigeria, it is there under the United Nations law and chapter, and it says there, and I quote, all people have the right to self-determination. By the virtue of that right, they are freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. This was actually in a resolution 1514 that took place on December 14, 1960.
And again, if you go to the UN resolution 1948, social scores are that language, cultures of people must be respected. So if the people want to group together so that they can further promote their culture, their language, they have a strong say over there. Now, you spoke about the social media handle and influencer who says, look, money does not change my head. What is this person?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I lost.
You spoke about influencer on social media.
Yes, macaroni. Yes, I mean, yes, the when you that's Neferati. Neferati is an influencer on social media, but a strong supporter of Peter Obi, and he was actually saying that if she wanted the money, she could have go for Atiku or Tinubu where the money is rolling. But Peter Obi, according to her, doesn't have the money, but have the the pedigree, according to her, to take Nigeria out of what is actually facing. How Peter Obi wants to do that to unite Nigerians, especially those that have now understand, what actually is Nigeria as against what we never knew when history was removed, for a very, very long time. But again, it is a freedom for everyone to decide what they want. But she's actually saying that if she wanted to have money, she would have probably go for those two rather than working for Peter Obi.
Thank you very much. I think that because if you vote for someone who has not fought you, you are able to do them account to account. And one challenge that we have in Africa is that the group that always follow money, we vote for people, and elections have consequences. Elections, whichever way you look at it, have consequences. So if you vote for someone, because you'll be influenced in one way or the other by their money or whatever it is, that is, what it is more like you take much, and therefore the consequences will come when you prepare the batter and it might not be fine. Will I be very near that?
No, that will just be it. And we'll be back again tomorrow. But stay tuned with Frank for the rest of the program. I'll be back again at exactly 11 o'clock, where we continue to give all the news headlined from Nigeria.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Larry coming your way with brilliant work once again from Nigeria.
Cry, baby. Ain't be Afro Asian cry. Sorry, you. Still they cry, my shoe. Stop crying. Stop crying. Cry, baby. I want to move on. So if you have not moved on, then that is not my problem. I want to move on, or I want to move on. Emma down alone, they be cry, baby. Let them go and watch, my interview with their leader that they think is only their own leader. The craze. When they say, be cry, baby. Cry, baby. Oh, stop crying. You Biafra that are crying. Stop crying. Stop crying, man. Things in our own Nnamdi Kanu, not the craze. Where were you all this cry, baby, in 2020 when we actually brought Nnamdi Kanu for interview on Heritage Television? Where were they? Just the cry, baby. You be cry, baby. If you like, cry from now to thy kingdom come. I get tissue paper. Look, I go use the wipe on her face. Cry, baby. You can't take with Milano. Orí ẹ̀dá bí lion. Ló ń tẹ́ pọ́pọ́pọ́pọ́pọ́pọ́pọ́. Mo tún gbé sí fídíò lòun náà tún gbé sí fídíò. Ló ń tẹ́ pọ́pọ́pọ́pọ́pọ́. You don't give yourself heart attack. I'm about to move on. We have already moved on. If you have not moved on with that one is a problem. Not be my problem. Not be my problem at all. People are just calling. Anyway, I'm not going to stay long. We'll come back later for more programs. Monday morning, we have a lot of things to clear on my desk. And those of you that keep saying I don't have a job, this is my desk. Yoruba Nation, everything. I don't do any other job. Yoruba Nation. And every day, different problem, different thing we're solving out. So when you say, the one we called me yesterday, I just laugh. Cry, baby. All this, Biafra where they cry. Odili, how you doing, my brother? Be cry, baby. You see the cry, say they work with Simon Ekpa. Now the craze. The craze. When I was having interview with Nnamdi Kanu in 2020, where in a day? You think it started yesterday? Or you not see the video where I posted yesterday? Go watch the video now. They go say, now our leader. It's not just your leader, it's the leader for humanity. Don't put Nnamdi Kanu picture in what you do. Make I play the video for you again. You see?
Thank you once again.
Who be that?
And I'm sure.
No be me be that. Who be that?
The future is brighter.
Who be that?
Have already put a stand on it. We will
Stupid
not
people all over the
election
place.
in 2023.
Who be that? Amazing. I said 2 years ago, well, almost 3 years ago, in front of Nnamdi Kanu that there will not be election in Nigeria. Olushi, Onyara, Onyebiribe, na the craze. All of that, when they say, me will not work with Simon Ekpa, you know the craze. Craze, they worry every one of you. You think say me I get you on a time. If you like tag me, they say you know they fight me for Twitter. What they concern me for that? We don't move on. You know the craze, Onyara, they worry now. Some of you have never even had opportunity to sit down with this man, Olushi. You've never, and you will never. You will just see him on the picture. I have been able to sit down, side by side with a great man called Nnamdi Kanu, Olushi people. This was 2020. Mad people all over the place. We are fighting one enemy. They hear they talk nonsense. We are fighting one single enemy. All right? This is me with the great man. Koiki, don't put picture of, don't put picture of you and, if I slap you now the craze. You where you never sit with Nnamdi Kanu. At least me, I don't sit with Nnamdi Kanu. The time where I won't sit with Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think, it discriminated that I'll be Yoruba man. Yes, he has his own, things that you have said against us. Does that mean anything? Yes. Yeah, maybe they go drink sniper. It cost a lot of Yoruba people. That one are normal. They don't work with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is a government agent. We the people. After you all sold Nnamdi Kanu to the Fulani government. Sold Nnamdi Kanu to, 8 days, none of them could find out where Nnamdi Kanu was. And because 8 days, nobody knew where Nnamdi Kanu was until we find him in Abuja. Oloshi people. We the people. 8 days, nobody knew exactly where this man was. 8 good days, because Senator Mobitina Amdiwa. All of the things, it just surfaced, in Abuja. Me now, if I don't hear from Chief in 1 day, my body go to shake. My body go to shake. 8 days, nobody knew where they're, Anyway, my desk is full. I have a lot to. Oh, hey, Biafra. The one where they with us, the one where they with us. I don't know about that. They pay me where they go out with the Biafra every day. They shout, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. You pay me for that. You pay me for that. Some of them are even saying they make Koikimedia. But yeah, we're waiting. You say you make Koikimedia. You know how long we make Koikimedia, don't they? Some of you will not get balls. Hey, Yami, I'll come back later, Jari. Yeah, and I know saying that the people where they work with the DOS, getting concerned with us. I respect them, maybe they work, what they want to do. Everybody do what they do. Now the only thing we fight now Fulani government, and we bring the country down this year. Biafra will go, Oduduwa will go. If Arewa won't go, the people who don't want to follow Biafra, where they say they don't want to be part of, maybe they just have their own country as well. There are smaller countries around the world. May I be Koikimedia. If you like, cry. If you like, write article. Will be like this. Full this room on my name. Pull any string from my. You see this air within my body. Pull am. Mokia itiwa jare. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Washiri jare Bashiru Mustafa. Kin local calls and different things. Monday morning. There's a lot of report that people want to talk about. Lagbarolo, we should get clarity on the young boy that was taken away, the one from Agege, Lagbarolo. By today, hopefully when I come back, we should be able to give you something concrete on that. Apart from that, anybody, we will work on that I know there's a report coming out on Professor Adeniran. I'm still trying to find out, and that's why I cannot stay on the program, because there's an article that came out that Professor Adeniran have actually resigned from Ilano. I've not been able to get through to Benin Republic this morning, but I've spoken to one or two people, and I'm still waiting for clarification. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. So you might probably have seen the same news that Professor Wale Adeniran have resigned his position as the, I cannot confirm that, but it's already, in the paper. So, and I'm sure some of you must have seen it. But as soon as I have clarification on that, I will definitely come and give us a proper update on that. But for now, that's all I can say. To get any details on that, it's already in circulation that Professor Wale Adeniran have resigned. Koiki is speaking Igbo. I don't know how to speak Igbo now. They're abusing one. Àwọn Igbo náà, the Yoruba one, Thomas, náà ni abuse. So, but like I said, we hope, even if that is the situation, it cannot stop anything. People come, people go. Yeah, Koiki na big engine, small body. Me, I don't mind anything when anybody say. Our Yoruba people don't say more than that. So, all this Biafra, make you go find something to do, I beg. So, like I said, I am waiting, to get a proper, clarification on that, on Professor Wale Adeniran resigning his position as the leader, deputy leader of the Ilana Modua. Also, Babari, sent us an update. There was another conflict update from, I don't know who wrote that, putting our Yoruba people in a danger by saying our attack is soldier. We never attacked the soldier. We did not attack the soldier. So don't let anybody bully you on that, okay? So, but I believe Baba wrote a statement out, to clarify on that. You can see that on our timeline as well. Follow us on those timelines. It's very, very important, especially, I'm not saying other people will not give you, the genuine news, but keep a very close tab now, because what the politicians are doing now is that they will use a lot of, what we called, tactics. They will come up with articles, voice notes. You will listen to one voice note, it will demoralize your whole body, and you probably think that Yoruba Nation is not going to happen. It's going to happen this year, and nothing is going to happen to that. So let me find out more on some of the, news that is actually filtering through out there. Okay, I've been told that Baba will make a statement on this very soon. That is on Professor Wale Adeniran. I am just getting an update that Baba Akintoye will make an update or a statement on it very soon. So all I can say for now is we never attacked any security or military, So whenever you see Premium Times or all these Agbero paper, don't say attack, just ignore it, but Awati Walori M1. So M1 would decide our fate in what is known as Nigeria. Have a very good morning. Once again, to all good lovers of freedom. If you don't like Salmon Epa, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. Bye for now.